Hi, so I'm Professor Val Morrison. I'm a Professor of Health Psychology here in the School of Psychology.
My name is Professor Stuart Jenkins. I'm at the School of Ocean Sciences.
My name is Martina Lahmen. I'm here at the School of Chemistry at Bangor University.
Hello, I'm Paul Spencer. I work in the School of Electronic Engineering.
When you have done an undergraduate degree, you have learned a lot, but it's very much a school-type system. So this means you have quite often received a very broad education, and you had never really a chance to specialise.
The reason for doing a PhD generally is because somebody wants to go on to, in our discipline in psychology, they want to go on to become a professional psychologist. So they want to stay in academia, then to become a lecturer you have to have a PhD. For some people it's purely as an intellectual inquiry. They want to learn more about something they've got interested in as an undergraduate or in a master's programme. So they're doing it really not for any professional career benefit that they're aware of at the time, but they just really want to explore something in more depth, and the PhD gives you that opportunity.
A supervisor needs to be approachable, but also a supervisor needs to be honest. And so with my students, I operate an open door policy. Students can see me when they need to and when they want. And I'll tell them when they're doing great stuff. I'll also perhaps tell them when they need to knuckle down and perhaps work harder, or perhaps find a different solution. So it's that openness, I think, that's really important.
The relationship between the supervisor and the student changes. So very much at the beginning, the supervisor is there to provide a lot of the background information, and at the end, on that particular area, they end up as being equals. So they start out very much as an apprentice and master, and by the end, if it's worked, you should have someone who's really competent in that particular area, who's an expert in their field.
I think it's very important to have somebody that you can see on a regular basis, whether this is formal, so you might meet every 2 weeks, every week, every month. But it's also good to have somebody that you can kind of go and see if there's something that you're not quite sure about, which is why having a PhD supervisor is quite good, because it's quite a flexible relationship. Especially if you're in a university, you might not know any of the staff members or the students even, so it's good to have that relationship.
Me and my supervisor, we have a very well-defined relationship. When it comes to be a friend, we are very close. We go to salsa together, we drink together, we have lunch together, we listen to music together. But when it comes to work, he is very professional, and he taught me to be professional. So he taught me how to think and switch my way of thinking approaching him. He taught me to be professional when it's necessary and be a good friend when it's time, you know. So basically, I learned a lot from him specifically. He was amazing for me.
I've got a really good relationship with my supervisor, I think. I've also got an industry partner, two industry partners, one based in the UK and one based in Australia. So we have, the one in the UK, we have regular phone meetings, so Dave, Davey and Duncan as well. And then we keep in regular email contact and occasionally Skype, the one in Australia as well.
My supervisor is quite a friendly person, and I can talk to her with my free thoughts. She really inspired me of the work I do. And even some tough questions, academic questions, she will patiently spend a few more days to think about the answer and then tell me. It gives me a lot of help and get me through this PhD.
We have these journal clubs where we'll each take turns to present a scientific paper, and we'll discuss it in depth. And that's kind of stuff that's relevant to all of us. So it kind of takes us out of being locked into our particular research area. So we're able to sort of discuss that stuff, and it kind of contributes to our development professionally.
I went to the bar to grab a beer, and I saw him sweating, spinning around in this dance floor. He was so good. I was totally shocked, like, what the hell?